Ash Media's coverage of Snap-on Kalgoorlie's Australian Street Stock Championship is proudly brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia.
You can see that Pete Walker's not in this one.
No, in fact, Peter Walker is in Bob Wakefield's car.
Ah, there we go then.
Stand by for a start. The green lights come on, and Evan Wakefield leads them down the main straight along with Scott Bull in car number 91. And this is another hotly contested heat. Anthony Bear's 3 or 4 wide. Matt Amato goes into second place. They go down the back straight. Jared Ricks there in 4th. On the outside is Anthony Bear in 5th place as they move out of 3 and 4th the first occasion. It's Evan Wakefield from Matt Amato. Back then to Scott Bull, then Jared Rick. As we've got trouble here in the main straight, and Robbie Foe's up against the fence, in fact stuck in the main straight fence. Yellow lights come on, and we've got a stoppage in heat 23 with the Aussie champion stuck up in the concrete wall here just past the finish line.
There's Tri-Significant Morgan down there with Robbie Foe. What's the go down there? You can see Morgan.
Just having a quick look with Rod Fitzgerald. It looks a-okay so far for the Australian one car after contact with a fellow competitor into turn number 4. He just got out of shape, and sadly the concrete wall was his next best target. And well, I think this front straight wall has earned its stripes tonight. It's had a fair few hits with a lot of drivers going in hard. And well, it's not what we want to see coming to a national title, but Foe's able to rejoin. We have completed.
All about set to go with the restart. 11 laps to go in the penultimate heat of the morning. 12:38 local time. It has a new record, this event. It's the latest any national title has gone at this time of the morning. As they move out of turn number 2, Evan Wakefield is the race leader for Matt Amato. In 3rd place is now going to be Anthony Bear, ahead of Scott Bull, who goes back to 4th. Coming through is Jace Kempton into 5th place as they move out of turns 3 and 4 and complete lap number 2. Then back to Jared Rick, then the 3 car is next. The Jared Rick, then back to Colin Peden. Now Rick has gone offline and goes back a spot. Then back to Ethan Geneve as our race leader is now 82 of Matt Amato. Fighting back on the outside is Evan Wakefield. Amato and Wakefield side by side. Anthony Bear looking for a way through, as is Scott Bull. Jace Kempton joins that group. There's 5 of them fighting for the lead as they move out of turn number 2 in the penultimate heat of the night, heat number 23. Anthony Bear goes past Evan Wakefield. Matt Amato's left the gate open, and Anthony Bear looks for a way through, can't do so. And Matt Amato's cagey enough to know who's now behind him, and it's Matt Amato, the former West Australian champion, out in front. Back in 2nd place, Anthony Bear. Amato's done a 19.659. Evan Wakefield 3rd. Jace Kempton storming up underneath of Scott Bull, goes into 4th place. Back then to Colin Peden. Ethan Geneve the next one after that. Then be Jared Rick. In front of Jared Rick now actually is Robbie Foe. But out in front it's Matt Amato by a car length. Underneath of him comes Anthony Bear, and Anthony Bear levels up now with Matt Amato going up into turn number 3. Jace Kempton's given up the ghost over on the back straight, and Anthony Bear takes the race lead. Matt Amato back there in 2nd place. Then Evan Wakefield in 3rd, Scott Bull 4th, and a long gap back then to the 3 car of Colin Peden from New South Wales. Back then to Ethan Geneve, and Robbie Foe's back in 7th place. Jared Rick is next as Jace Kempton gets himself onto the infield and has a flat tyre. The back right-hand tyre is as flat as a tack. Anthony Bear leads them with a 19.486 down into turn 1 and 2. Back in 2nd place it's Matt Amato, about 30 metres, which is the gap between the pairs. Also the gap back to 3rd place, which is Evan Wakefield. Same margin to Scott Bull with 4 laps to go. After that we've got Colin Peden, who is under pressure from Ethan Geneve, Robbie Foe, and also Jared Rick. They're pretty bunched up together. But our race leader is still Anthony Bear with a 19.486 his quick lap. His last lap was a 19.845. This time there'll be 3 laps to go. It's Matt Amato still in 2nd place. 3rd place still Wakefield's. 4th place is still that of Scott Bull. The Australian champion levels up now on the outside of car number 3 of Colin Peden. Back then to Ethan Geneve, And the last car in the main group is that of Jared Rick. Further back then to Peter Walker driving Bob Wakefield's car and Nathan Powell. Down the main track, 2 laps to go in the Australian Street Stock title, heat number 23. Anthony Bear, the race leader. Second place is still that of Matt Amato, then Evan Wakefield. 4th place, Scott Bull, then back to Robbie Foe in 5th. 6th place is Colin Peden, then Ethan Genev and Jared Rickson. No change in the main order. The white flag comes out, 1 lap to go. And Anthony Bear is homeward bound in the 23rd heat, and he's looking pretty good, and looks as though he'll take this out. Matt Amato second, Evan Wakefield third. They're spread out like Brown's cows. Put hands together for him though. The former Australian champion Anthony Bear, who has led the last 10 national titles at some point or other, takes the win. Second place Matt Amato, Evan Wakefield third, Scott Bull 4th, then Robbie Foe 5th, Ethan Genev gets up for 6th. 7th place is Colin Peden, Jared Rick. Further back in the field, Nathan Powell. And last to complete the distance will be Peter Walker. Quickest lap was a 19.486 by Anthony Bear. He won by 2.1 seconds. He defeated Matt Amato and Evan Wakefield in heat number 23.
Well, yes, fantastic heat there, and Evan has finally finished a